myself as a single mum with 2 kids on the pension, not working, drowning in my own thoughts. Who am I? What am I doing? Having a narcissist partner.
Today's guest is Kelly Kingston, known as the Wellness Woman, a global film producer, immersive retreat visionary, and leader in self-led transformation. She brings lived wisdom from motherhood, reinvention, business leadership, and personal liberation to conversations about identity, conscious success, and what it truly means to back yourself. Welcome, Kelly.
Oh, thank you, Anita, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Oh, thank you so much. So, with that said, what is one of the most courageous things you've done? I've just read a little bit about you, but I'm sure, even in that little snippet, there's a lot to be said. So, can you possibly pick one?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the biggest challenges that I've faced in my whole entire life was when I became pregnant for the 4th time. And I was so determined that I really wanted to have my baby naturally. For the first 3, I was told by the doctors that I could never have a natural birth. And so I, knew that I'm a woman and I have the ability to give birth naturally. And so I really, literally focused every aspect of a holistic healing through my pregnancy with my last daughter. And we ended up having a natural birth at home with our doula in 7 hours.
Wow. So why did they say you couldn't have a natural birth?
They just, I don't know. Nobody gave me an explanation. Nobody said anything, only that you've had 3 Caesars now, and so you cannot have a natural birth.
Wow. That's interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and well done to you for going ahead with what you desired.
I don't like being told what to do now.
Oh, wow. That's really interesting because you've done lots of interesting things. So tell me, what brought on the Wellness Woman, a global film producer? That's really interesting.
Yeah, so 2 different stories, and we'll start with the global film producer first because that all ties into my wellness journey. My wellness journey started well before I became a global film producer, but it all kind of came together once I actually started getting myself out there in front of people. And what I did is I actually brought a film documentary screening business because I wanted people to feel the story of somebody else's life and how they changed or made a change or supported somebody else's change in the world. And when you're sitting there and you're watching it, you can see it and you feel it and you hear it. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's like a lived experience already. Right. And so if somebody's on the cusp and they're going, I'm not 100% sure about this, watching a documentary really supports the motivation and inspiration for somebody to really believe in themselves, know that they can do it. Somebody else has done it. And if they find themselves in a situation where, maybe it's just not the right time, it doesn't kind of shut it off for them. It's just not now. So that all said, that led me down the pathway of creating a women's circles, workshops, retreats, masterclasses, and a whole heap of other things that I really love doing. And so the Wellness Woman came from that because I brought a holistic educational platform that supported every area of your life that then if anybody needed just to top something up, they would come and do one of my online courses, and then they were right, and then they could get on with their life. It wasn't a, oh my gosh, you need to stay with me for 3 months and get this done and this done and this done. We focus on meeting women where they're at in the present moment, support them through that process. They get in, do what needs to be done. They feel liberated. They feel good within themselves. They've shifted an inner compass that then they can then go on and start living their life the way that they choose to want to live it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. It's really interesting. And like, do you only work with women?
I've my purpose and mission this year is only women.
Mm-hmm.
I have worked with men in the past.
Mm-hmm.
There's a mission behind why I only want to work with women this year, and that's to support the woman in remembering who she is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's from an internal cellular perspective on raising the feminine vibration of our planet, humanity, to balance the feminine and masculine energies.
Yeah, and we can really do with more of that. Let's be honest.
I
Can't
know
we?
exactly. And I know it sounds like a very hairy, audacious kind of
Mm.
mission, but I just believe I have this a humanitarian heart from when I was as little as 7, as far back as I can remember. Really, I was doing the 40-hour famine back then, watching the world in a different place
Mm.
from a different space, and not knowing what I could do. And the only thing I could do was do a 40-hour famine because I was so young. And then I've just grown into it, and that has never left me. Like, it's just you know that, how you have the
Yeah.
the self-talk shoulders, and it's like, hurry up and do it, hurry up, come on, oh, it's not the right time now. Having this
You've
conversation.
embodied it.
Yeah, so I'm just doing life, and
Mhm.
wherever it leads me is where I'm going.
But that's great because, like, there's a part of you that, this is your mission. You got to do this. And, you're doing it because you believe in yourself, like you've just said as well.
Yeah.
So, who have you been? This is kind of a bit of a 3 questions in one, but let's just unpack this. Who have you been? Who are you done being? And who are you becoming?
Okay, so who I am done being is the waiting woman.
Hmm.
I'm done waiting around for somebody to give me that golden ticket, right? So now I am not the waiting woman. Who am I done being? I'm done being the tugboat, pulling other women through the rough seas, and being that woman that everyone goes to, but nobody wants to pay you for, because you have this soft part in your heart, and you go, oh
Hmm.
my gosh, it's so easy for me, it's okay, don't worry about paying me, and all of that stuff. And I'm done being her as well. And now I'm becoming the lighthouse. Okay, the lighthouse is, it stands in one place, shines its light so ever so bright for all the tugboats to come towards, to be able to support the process of going, okay, what direction do you need to go in? Okay, so let's go in this direction. Okay, what direction do you need to go in? Let's go in this direction. So for me right now, I am the lighthouse.
I can really see the picture clearly. I love your analogy. Yes,
Yeah.
it is
Mm.
great to give that mental image as well.
Yeah. And that all comes from, so just recently this year, I've started to the Be Unrecognisable 7-day challenge. And so this is to support a woman in embracing coming out of survival mode, whether it's spiritual, emotional, physical, mental, or environmental. And so in the challenge, and this just appeared. It was like it was dropped in, like, a baby falling out of a stork's mouth going into a basket, right? And when I'm going through, oh my gosh, there's a profiling system here on day 1. And then I've gone, oh my gosh. And then it all just fell into place. So the profiling that I just shared with you in the descriptions are now part of the identity shift profiling tool that I actually use inside the Be Unrecognizable 7-day challenge for women to shift from who they thought that they were, who they're done being, and who they want to become. And so that's a 3-part series. And so the first one is coming out of survival mode into stability. The second one is coming out of stability and coming into self-leadership. And then the third one is coming out of self-leadership and stepping into authority. And that doesn't mean you're an authority, you have a book and you become your own authority. You are really stepping in, you've got strong boundaries, you walk and you walk, you talk and you talk. You just being exactly who you want to become.
And let's face it, who doesn't need that right now? Who doesn't want more of that if they've got some of that in their life?
Exactly.
I mean, this is a year where a lot of people want to change, and they don't just want change. Let me rephrase that word. They want transformation. Yeah.
They do want transformation. And so the 7-day challenge gives them a little bit of, okay, as soon as they identify who they've been, who they're done being, who they want to become, you can't unknow this.
Yes.
You can't unknow this. When you recognize who this one is, you remember who she is because she's still implanted inside you, right? It's like she's been screaming and clawing her way from the inside out and going, can you please listen to me? I'm here. Like, hello, knock, 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 that internal knocking, and just going through the process. So any woman in any stage of her life, the Be Unrecognizable challenge that houses the identity shift with inside of it supports any woman in that recognizing, knowing, remembering space. And so you can be a high corporate, you can be a single mum, you can be a part-time employee, you can be anybody. This supports and meets you anywhere.
And the great thing about that is it's not adding more, it's stripping away.
Yes.
It's getting back to who we originally are without all the noise, without everything that's been put on us. That's really the core of it, getting back to the core of you.
Absolutely. And you know what? That is, it's like coming back to basics. Like, we as women like to complicate the shit out of stuff. Really? Like, come on. Like, if there was something, oh my gosh, I can't remember who it was, but there was a lady and I was talking to her and I can't remember. I think it was last week. Oh, that's right. It was one of my nannies that supports me with my daughter, homeschooling her on a Monday. And she wants to expand in her business. She's pivoting. She doesn't know what that looks like. And I said to her, and she explained to me what she wants to do. And I'm just like, well, why don't you collaborate with this organization that will then support you to enhance it? She goes, no, I want to do it by myself. I'm sort of like, like I'm all for doing it by ourselves for all the right reasons. But if you have to struggle and you're already working casually to then fully want to step into your purpose, I'm just like, let's put things into perspective here, really.
And that's the key thing here. Look at the reality. Maybe it will be for a short period. It doesn't have to be forever.
Exactly. It's a stepping stone. Yeah. And I feel that for other women, like for me, oh my gosh, like when we did our conversation last week, it's like, how many times do I need to be burnt in marketing and sales and how many other people do I need to pay and what does that look like? I'm done. I'm done. So now I'm just putting myself out there, doing what I've paid people to support me doing, that now I've just forced myself to go, okay, girl, let's do this. Let's just get it in, get it done, and support the journey. And wherever that takes us, that's where we're going.
Yeah, because there's a great thing about having the support around you, having a team, because everyone's good at doing their bit, and delegating is great, because it allows you to do what you're good at 100%.
Yeah.
And that goes into my next question here. What does backing yourself 100% really look like?
Yeah, it is not procrastinating, not sitting with the small stuff, knowing that you started this journey, now commit to it. That's backing yourself 100%. And and it's tiny steps, right? Like I've been in business for a lot of years, and I've done 10-year business plans. I've done even 5-year business plans, 3 years and 12-month business plans. And the only one that's ever worked for me is a 12-month business plan, because I do bite-sized pieces and it's achievable goals that I can then just go, oh my God, I'm setting that goal, I'm achieving that goal. I'm setting that goal, I'm achieving that goal. That allows me to stay focused. Like, if I'm to do a 3-month or 5-year business plan, I'm just like, what do I do next?
Yeah, it's
You know what I
keeping it.
mean?
Yeah, it's keeping it real for you as well, because we're all individuals. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
One
we are.
does not fit all, and we're not cookie cutters, and that's the thing here. A lot of people, in organizations where they want to help you, they give you a formula, and it doesn't work because it's not for your needs. It's a pattern.
Yeah.
And how do women move from survival patterns into self leadership?
Yeah, so that's through identity, right? Identifying who you are. And, what I've asked this question a lot throughout my lifetime as a grown woman, as a mother, losing myself and not following my dreams as a mother because you're so caught up being a mum. Like, I'm a mum of four. I have two elderly stepchildren, and I have four grandchildren. I have a husband. I have my own interests. I have my own business. I don't cook as much as I'd like to. There's so many different things. So you just do it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot. Obviously, we have a lot of responsibilities as well, like you've just said, the
Mm,
children, the grandchildren, partners. Yes. And it's understanding you've got to look after your own needs as well. And
yeah,
as women, we are the best leadership on the planet because we manage to navigate all of that as well.
yeah, yeah. And
Absolutely.
they say give a job to the busiest woman, because she'll prioritize it and she'll manage it and she'll just squeeze it in there and get it done somehow. And that's always been, what I've offered in my life as a mum, as a businesswoman. Um, Even me for my self-care journeys, and knowing when I've had enough is to stop, go rest. I identify all of that in my life now. So the word for this year for me is identity. Like identity,
Mm.
identify, identity, identify. When we can identify that thing in your present moment, to go, okay, do I need to do that now or later? Later. Do I need to do that now or later? Okay, I need to do that now. Get it done. Power out.
I love your style. So you talk about this. So what does it take to rebuild your life after hitting rock bottom?
Good question. It's like there's so many different ways, and like you said, we're all individuals. So I'm just going to be sharing lived experiences here,
Mhm.
because when I hit rock bottom, probably around about one of my rock bottoms was my worst one, was about 20 years ago.
Mhm.
And I was in I found myself as a single mum with 2 kids, on the pension, not working, uh, drowning in my own thoughts. Who am I? What am I doing? Um, Having a narcissist partner. Uh, and there was so many different things. And then, and I don't like to really label things, but I don't know another word. But even thinking that, is it me? Am I like, am I the cause of this? And that whole thing. And so for me, it was, I came back to faith within myself, not an external faith. Okay, I didn't give my power away to anyone, anything in any way, shape, or form. And I really had to put my hand on my heart and I prayed before I went to bed every night. And I gave thanks when I woke up every single morning. And then I just took baby steps. And because I didn't surround myself with a lot of people, because I had to really pull back from people that I thought were my friends, that weren't my friends, that were just using me because they wanted me to do stuff and look after their children and stuff like that, is I couldn't have, I found it hard to not have a negative conversation, even with myself. So I had this idea of writing beautiful positive words and using my lipstick to start off with on the mirror. I saw it somewhere. And so then I started writing, I love you, you are amazing, don't give up on yourself, all those things. And then it kind of just stemmed out of my bathroom and then into my kitchen on the mirrors and then into my lounge room. And then, like, I looked in every single mirror and there's positivity, 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 positivity. So I just like literally forced it on myself wherever I look. So then that really supported the shifting in the mindset space to then allow me to stop overthinking here and drop into my heart. And once I could actually stop and drop, and then support the holistic aspects of what is that, and how do we go there, and how do you change a pattern that you've been ingrained in, like it's been taught and drummed into you all your life, to then go, well, that doesn't serve me anymore. How do I change that? What does that look like? And so that's when I created the cycle, Change Your Current Life Experience, which is a lifetime tool that allows women and men, but this year, women for me, to do exactly what I said. There's cards in there. There's my second authored book. There's a vegetarian meal guide, a journal, a self-honoring agreement to honor your word and speak your truth, a jewelry range, candles, all sorts of different beautiful, luxurious items to come back to yourself and retreat back to yourself. And that's why I call it the retreat in a box.
That's absolutely beautiful. I can really feel your passion in that and, going through that journey. And you did it. And, the way to do it, why not on a mirror? Because that's the one place you're reflecting about yourself. You see
Absolutely.
yourself.
Yeah.
You get seen. So, yeah, love it.
Yeah,
So,
and the cards and the deck of cards are actually called the I See You cards with a mirror inside it.
fantastic. Really. Yeah. We'll get all your details later on. And yeah, that's really fantastic to buy.
Yeah, it is. It's a lifetime investment.
Mm.
And whenever you feel like you're drowning and you need to realign and reassess, and you don't want a coach or you don't want anybody else to help you, it's the tool that supports you and meets you wherever you are. You can be any age, any stage, in any place in your life, and you then pull the cycle out because it's about supporting the next cycle of your life. And that's what it took me 4 years to create, because I didn't want it to be a once use off, tool. I wanted it to be a lifetime of goodness that allowed the process of growth, right?
So, how do you build success without losing yourself? Because it can be a scary thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a really short answer. Stay true to yourself.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah. Don't lose yourself in the hype. Don't lose yourself in any other space. Just stay true to yourself.
Mm. So, what is, you talk about self led transformation. So, what is self led transformation and why is it the future?
Yeah. Self led transformation uh, stems from the identity shift. Okay. So once you know where you've been, where you don't want to be, and where you want to be, okay, this supports you self leading yourself through that pathway. And you can do the identity shift right now. And then in 6 months' time, do it again. And then you will then be another profile because you've now shifted from where you were to where you want to be. And then that is self assessing, self identifying, and then self leading.
I love that because, yeah, we're evolving all the time. I mean, we're not the person we were yesterday, let's be honest.
I know, right?
We've got the knowledge of different things, but, yeah, we are evolving every hour, every moment.
Yeah.
I mean, when we started this podcast, I've evolved because I've learned so much from you. You know,
I knew. I hear
it's true.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do identity and nervous system regulation affect business and leadership?
Yeah, a good question. Another good question. So, how it affects it is via response or respond, and how you act through those two um, identities.
Mhm.
When we react, we can really either react positively or negatively. When we respond, it could either be positively or negativity. So, in a response, I feel that a response is slowed down. Like you are in more control when you respond to something instead of reacting to something. And when we react, it's like it's a like touching a hot plate. Oh my gosh, that's hot. You reacted. You didn't respond. So when we respond, we're taking time to respond because we have the time to do so.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's simply but so effective. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, yeah, it's understanding as well. What did your personal journey teach you that no training could ever teach you? It's a big question, but, it's your personal journey.
Yeah. What did my personal journey teach me that nobody or nothing else has taught me? That there's no one like me. There's like, it's taught me that I thought I needed to be someone else for someone to like me. It, life taught me that, and it all stemmed from um, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Mm.
From our teacher to our parents to family, friends, whoever. And so from an early age, we're really taught to look outside of ourselves, to be something other than ourselves. So the biggest thing that my journey has taught me is that I don't need to look outside myself to be anybody. I need to love myself and look within me to be myself. So I hope that answered the question because that kind of
Yeah, yeah, that
did
does.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Because
toughie, wasn't it?
yeah, because it's your personal journey, and
Yeah.
we're all individuals, and everything is different for each one of us. But yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
So, so tell me about your books. I love the title of this first one, "Naked Skin Deep." Yeah,
Issues in your
yeah.
tissues.
I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah.
Yeah. So this book cannot be bought separately. It is actually bought with the cycle. And the reason why I did it was because this is all about, we hold our issues in our tissues underneath our skin, and that, you know, we don't have to be naked. Like, we can visualize ourselves being naked with clothes on to be able to support the healing process, right? And so, yeah, I just really love how this supports the interconnectedness from a cellular level to then um, bringing it all in together through color therapy, the 13 energetic centers, in turn, the divine interconnectedness, the chakra system, and 13 crystal jewelry ranges. And they all align with each other. The definitions, they all merge. They all come into their own reality to support the shift and the change, and coming out of the old cycle into the new cycle.
It's fantastic, honestly. And the book is available with, like you've just said, the cycle.
Yeah, within the
Yeah.
cycle.
And your other book, your Unlimited Wellness Business Guide.
Yeah, so this is your ultimate wellness business guide. What frequency is your business vibrating at? And so I wrote this in 2017, being a wellness practitioner of 25 years. And I really loved doing what I, love doing in wellness centers and a whole heap of other things, supporting people from a holistic place. But I wasn't any good at business, and I didn't understand business. I didn't pass school. I think I got a C in school and just passed, to be totally honest. And so when I met my husband 15 years ago, or maybe even a little bit longer,
Mhm.
he is a chartered accountant and an international business strategist. And so he taught me that everything that there was to learn about business, banking, financing, and everything in between. And that allowed me to write a business planning guide to support the heart-based spiritual wellness practitioner, coach, entrepreneur, business owner, anybody that feels like they want to create a business plan of their own, but nobody's speaking their language. So I changed the terminologies, and I pretty well much did it the same. Oh, well, I did Naked Skin Deep the same as this book through the 13 chakra system and business planning. And with this book, I have a essential oil blend with 13 crystals that are the same colors as the chakra. And then I have audio mantras that you listen to before you embark on each chapter to stop and drop, get out of your head, get into your heart, and create the heart-based, purposeful business plan that you are bringing to the world.
That's really brilliant, because here's the thing. I love the fact that you got the chakra system in it, because more and more now you got to be aligned from the inside out, even in business. It's not
Yes.
cutthroat anymore. You've got
Mm-mm.
to have heart in it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if there was one key takeaway you want every listener to walk away with, what would that be?
Oh my gosh. They're definitely the knowing where you've been, who you done being, and where you want to be or who you want to be.
Yeah.
That is critical. Like, some of my best work is bringing those three together to support the identity shift from the inside out. And the women that are coming through, completing the challenge, going through the identity shift process, bringing all the tools together, are literally changing their lives. They, you know what? They're not looking back because they don't want to, but you can't unknow and you can't unremember what you actually are going through right now. So going back would do you an injustice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Love that. So where can the listeners find you online, your books, your
Yeah.
website, Kelly?
So my business that I created is called Happy and Well, and that is HAPPYANDWELL .today. They can find everything there. They can find me on Facebook, Instagram, or X, TikTok, LinkedIn. I'm everywhere.
That's great. And the links will be in the show notes. So listeners, do go ahead, connect, find out what Kelly's all about, and help get what you need, for yourself. This is all about you. So what's the most important thing that we didn't talk about? Is there anything we missed out in this conversation?
I feel that to finish off this conversation, to find true love, and this is a real hot topic in some of the circles that I'm in currently with other women. They're going, you know what? I know my man's out there waiting for me. I just have to be patient. I'm sort of like, no, ladies, you need to unconditionally love yourself. Look yourself in the mirror, know who you are, love every aspect of your beingness, and that's your cupcake hips if you have them, you know, every aspect of your body. Love who you are. When you can love who you are, you will bring in the right person that's going to love every aspect of you just as much as you do.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you for sharing your insightful wisdom and knowledge with us today. And by doing so, I know you have helped so many others make a difference. I really want to acknowledge you for that, Kelly Kingston.
Thank you so much, Anita, and thank you so much for allowing me to be on your podcast and sharing and all the brilliant questions. Amazing.
My absolute pleasure. And we are all about Create the Courage to Be Fearless podcast here. What is your definition of courage?
My definition of courage would be if you can think it, you can do it. So go after it.